Yo guys, I'm very glad and I'm very excited and enthusiastic. Today, I'm with the great and amazing Crypto Clover, my friend, all the way from the US of A.
Yeah, I live in Vietnam now. Yeah.
You're Vietnamese now?
I'm Vietnamese, yeah.
Seriously, it's already Vietnamese. Crypto Clover is for those people who don't know, Crypto Clover, I know most of you subscribe here are into the cryptocurrency. Crypto Clover is crypto entrepreneur. How do you want to say that one?
Crypto enthusiast.
Crypto enthusiast, yes. And little things about Crypto Clover. He was a former NFL, right?
Yeah, I played in the NFL.
I want him to just sit down because he stood like 6'5". I'm 5'7". It's very tall, man. I wish he could have his height so that I can get into NBA. I love basketball, but my height doesn't love it. Yeah, so today we're going to talk about cryptocurrencies, and of course I get fame because of, I say thank you to Bitconnect. I get famous because of Bitconnect and because of Bitconnect too. We're going to talk about cryptocurrencies, and of course we'll see what's the development of our conversation and dialogue. Yeah, so first things, Crypto Clover. What's your perspective on Bitconnect as of the moment?
It's basically
many people, so many friends of ours subscribe to my channel. They're Filipinos.
Yeah.
And they have invested money.
Yeah.
And they're in pain right now.
I know. And it's
you know, $10,000 is so much for Filipinos.
Sure.
How much more? 1 million pesos. That's about 20,000 US dollars.
I think a lot of people had faith in Bitconnect, like including me. I think a lot of people that were even promoting the platform, we all had a lot of faith in what they were doing. Everything sounded really good. And you know, they were trying to not necessarily be too transparent with what they were doing because they didn't want people stealing some of their innovation. Because what you saw was, with the success of Bitconnect, you saw all of these copycats really come out.
Yeah, so many copycats.
And you're seeing that even currently right now in the cryptocurrency space, if something comes out as successful, there's a lot of people that are cloning the ideas, like coming up with different websites. So like one of the big ones that came out that I was really quick to really warn people about was ETHConnect. So like ETHConnect came out.
I remember ETHConnect. Yeah. Somebody invited me to join ETHConnect.
I started looking into it a little bit, and then I found all of this information that was on I believe it's Bitcoin Talk forums, where they linked the photographs of the people that were on their white paper to this guy in Japan, and they reached out to this guy in Japan, and they're like, "Hey, is this you?" And they're like, "No, like that's not me." And so right there,
everything is like, you know, the front. Everything is not real. It's ETHConnect. They're just using names of people.
Though, like those were like huge red flags. There was other ones. It's like, you know, why would a legitimate platform do something like that? And then more information started coming out. Eventually, we started understanding.
At least Bitconnect didn't do that.
Well, they weren't doing like fake things that. Yeah.
Like, you know, putting names of. I think the only one is the Ken Fitzsimons things. That's it.
Yeah, and that was a little bit more understandable because of how they were trying to have
and
a
Satoshi
position.
Nakamoto, the name Satoshi Nakamoto, the developer of Bitconnect, right? They pointed out to this name, which is similar to Satoshi Nakamoto, the Bitcoin developer. So they want, you know, Bitconnect is just trying to show that it's kind of like, it's almost same like Bitcoin.
Yeah, I mean, I think that they had, it's hard to say really what they were doing. You know, when I was heavily invested in like the summer last year, and then I think in July.
But before Bitconnect, you were into cryptocurrency, right?
Yeah,
right.
I've been in crypto since 2013.
2013, man.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. How much does the Bitcoin cost? You made a lot of money, bro.
I bought in when it was like around $1,000, and it was during that first bubble in like November, December.
$1,000?
Yeah, it was
still making money right now. It's even if it's 6,000 right now.
And I started trading on Bittrex and Poloniex as soon as I bought it. So I bought into Bitcoin, but I used that to buy into a lot of the altcoins. So at the time,
a lot of people don't know he's also a techie guy. You have a background in developing softwares, right?
Yeah, that was kind of my previous background. Like I did electricity trading. I worked with a lot of developers in a
And people thought you're one of the developers of Bitconnect. That's why.
No, I was pretty transparent about that. And if you watch my videos,
yeah, I watched your videos.
You can watch my entire journey. And
yeah, I saw you went to Vietnam, you went to the offices, and other promoters didn't do that because they're just...
Well, I was the only one that went to the offices.
Just happened to sit down in their rooms.
Yeah, the offices were basically being funded by the promoters in those respective countries. So it really didn't have necessarily anything to do with Bitconnect, but people still were curious about what was going on because, like in the early days. So
how's Vietnam right now? Since they're heavily invested in Bitconnect, how's Vietnam? I mean, stayed in Vietnam.
They're just a lot of the
Helen,
people,
right? Helen?
Yeah, a lot of people I've been talking to, they're just on the sidelines. They're not really doing anything right now.
They're just waiting, hiding.
They're waiting to see, and like hoping maybe something positive comes out of Bitconnect.
We're hoping, right? And Bitconnect hasn't given up yet, right? Bitconnect, you see the website still there.
It still works. Yeah, the coin
X
works.
Is still there.
Yeah,
you cannot sell it, but it's still there.
Well, there's exchanges you can get on and sell it, but it's like Trade Satoshi is the only one, and you can do it on the internal exchange if you know like your addresses. Like you can deposit Bitcoin into the Bitconnect platform if you know your Bitcoin address.
Yeah, you can deposit
But they blocked the ability like to show your address like on there. But if you knew it previously, like it still works. Like you can, I know people that have done it. Like some of the people in Vietnam have done it. So they were doing that to basically buy BCC cheap, but the prices continue to go down.
When did you join BCC?
April. It was
last
April,
year.
and I started getting more and more invested like towards the end of April and early May, and started really kind of getting into
what made you believe and what helped you went all in to BCC? Because I saw you other videos, you were also promoting other stuff.
Yeah.
But later on, I saw in your journey that you're all in BCC.
Part of it was they wanted us to be exclusive to the platform because they didn't want us they didn't want to get confused with these other copycat platforms. They didn't want us promoting all of these other platforms because they felt that what they had was very unique in what they were doing. And so I abided by that, and probably unfortunately wasn't maybe the best idea because of what happened is I was heavily invested in one platform, it went down, and then I just kind of left there with nothing like a lot of other people. So what I'm doing now is like I'm talking about everything, and if someone wants me to be exclusive, like I can't. I don't think you're seeing that from platforms out there. They're not asking people to be exclusive.
They're not asking, exactly.
Yeah. So, but Bitconnect, like they were, they were the biggest trending coin in 2017. Like
the biggest, the noisiest, right? All over the world. All over the world. I think there's no cryptocurrency. And so many people invested in cryptocurrency even without any knowledge because of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Right? I know people from India, from Southeast Asia sending me messages, Juri, I never know cryptocurrency. I still think, this is about positive side, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of you hates Bitconnect, but positive, there are some people who says, I'm thankful that I know Bitconnect even if we lost a big amount of money. Because without Bitconnect, we'll never know the crypto world. So it's kind of Bitconnect really connects people. That's the positive side. So you know who you are, guys. And of course, there's so many noisy people, and you probably receive tons of messages more than me.
There's a lot of people that wanted to know what was going on. Sure, they were hoping that I would have the answers. I mean, I try to be as open and honest and transparent with what I'm doing on my channel, with what's going on. Like I think the transparency, especially in the cryptocurrency space, is very, very important. And that's what you're seeing is if you can be transparent, that gives more trust.
Yeah, exactly.
To what you're doing.
Okay, and last thing on Bitconnect is, as of the current time, if you were, this is a hypothetical question, man.
Mm-hmm.
If you were the owners or the developers of Bitconnect, you were into programming everything, right? If you were the owners, what are you doing right now? Or
I think pretty much what you're
they're
seeing.
Not shutting it down. It means they're not giving up.
Their whole stance has been that they're kind of like proceeding with the legality aspect of it. That was my initial when I first met Satish and I was meeting with some of the people.
How's Satish, by the way? How's Satish?
I don't know. no one knows where he is.
No one knows where he is.
But I was pretty much telling Satish, you know, from the very beginning that I was advising them to get legal representation, to understand how the tax laws work in America, because it's very different than the way it works in Asia.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's where they were going to, you know, ultimately run into issues and problems if they want to scale the platform. You know, so I was talking, you know, taxes, legality, you know, some of those things, and then, you know, Glenn was talking, you know, marketing and saying
Glenn,
like the other
how
guys.
about Glenn? I heard he's going around the world.
I don't know. I haven't talked to them in a while, but you know, you know, that's what they were trying to do.
He has the same lifetime with you, man.
They're trying to market the platform. Well, he's made way more money than I have, so it's a little bit different. But yeah, that's what he focused on. That's, you know, that's his skill set. Like, he has a background in working with social media and marketing, and that's really, you know, what he was helping with the Bitconnect platform. He wasn't really interested in the legitimacy of it or some of the inner workings of it. He was just trying to promote it. And you saw that with some of the other people that were promoting the platform pretty hardcore, you know, and that's where they started getting.
How are they, you know, the superstars? Trevor James right now, how is he?
I don't know. Like, I haven't talked to him. He's not, you know, he's not
you
doing
met him
videos.
at the conference, right?
I met him in San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Yeah.
I saw it on the YouTube.
No, he's a really bright guy. Like, he knows crypto very well. He's one of the, you know, first guys really talking about cryptocurrency back when no one was.
And I admire the guy. I admire the guy personally. I learned a lot from the guy too, watching his videos.
Yeah.
You and of course Craig Grant also. Craig Grant.
Some of those guys, they get a lot of criticism.
Craig is still doing videos. I can see it.
I
think I miss Trevor James, man. How are you, man?
Yeah, I'm in Craig's new smart contract, the Be Now contract. He's been in a bunch of different kind of smart contracts, and he's always kind of been an early adopter, and he's kind of been into innovation, and so you see him really getting into what's new and what's trending in crypto.
You should, man. But you need to, in this world, you need to keep moving forward. You cannot let Bitconnect put you down. You should keep moving forward. That's what I'm trying to tell to some of our friends. You know, I have people who invested so much. I know them personally. I know there's a guy here invested almost $1 million US, and somebody invested. Maybe for some people it's small, but for Filipinos, like for example, 100,000 pesos, that's about $2,000. It's really big for them. And they want to get their money back, because that's all they had. They had.
I'm still holding my coins. I'm still hopeful. Like, one of the things that I theorized is that if we saw the price of Bitcoin come back up to some of the all-time highs that we were seeing, because we saw it break an all-time high after all-time high after all-time high, and then we saw it was really dipped. If it comes back into that price point, perhaps we might see, you know, something with Bitconnect where they come back.
That's also, I made a theory about that, because the way I saw the trend on the cryptocurrency, when Bitcoin went down, BCC also went down super hard. You know?
It scaled with Bitcoin. BCC and Bitconnect scaled pretty much exactly, you know, if you look at the charts, all the way until mid-November. And I actually did a video with Satish where I asked him, why are we seeing these differences now that we're, because that was the trend we had seen for the longest period of time since I had gotten into the platform. Why are we seeing, the price difference now? And he kind of gave his explanation as to, why that is, and you can check out that video online. But there's, after kind of that mid-November timeframe, you saw a lot of depreciation in price, and you saw a lot of selling off. I still had a lot of faith in what was going on, and then they started really getting attacked a lot. They were saying they were getting DDoS attacked, and they were also getting attacked.
You believe that? You believe that? Yeah,
it's hard to prove unless they are really giving some sort of data on that. The new platform.
You believe that, or they were just, the Bitcoin is really very volatile.
I can't really believe it because it's I have to see something.
Yeah,
right?
This depends on Bitcoin, right? It depends on Bitcoin in some sense.
Well, you invest Bitcoin to buy BCC.
Yeah.
There was a couple other platforms you could do it in, Litecoin and Doge. I believe that was like Nova Exchange. They were doing that for a while, but those exchanges aren't listing the coin anymore.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's it's It's unfortunate, you know, what happened.
What's your message? This is the last one. What's your message for our friends in the Philippines?
I think like diversification, getting into different platforms, like learning a lot about the cryptocurrency space. I currently have a Filipino channel that I'm trying to promote and grow, where I'm getting.
What's the channel?
It is Filipino Crypto.
Filipino Crypto,
yeah,
guys.
I can give you a link and you can provide.
You subscribe on that one.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get some of the things that I'm doing translated into Tagalog and.
You do it? You translate it?
Well, not me, you know. But I want to find some people that can speak it. We're going to do like animations and things like that, because some of the newest things.
You better talk to this guy, wearing black suit.
We're getting into smart contracts, ERC20 compatible wallets, Ethereum, some of these different things. Like you need to learn. There's a little bit of a learning curve. You need to learn about how to install some of these programs.
We need to educate people.
So I'm trying to get it translated.
Especially in the Philippines, so many scams here in the cryptocurrency. Don't get me wrong. I think everything is scam, But when I say scam, real scam is that people take money from you, like they're stealing money from you. It hurts people here in the Philippines. And Bitconnect is one of those things that made people stay away from cryptocurrency.
It has currently the worst reputation in crypto.
As of now.
Yeah.
We don't know. Maybe the greatest comeback or a great lesson to learn. Yeah. So what's new for Crypto Clover? What's new? You have some followers?
I mean, I've been getting into arbitraging, Dropple.
What's arbitraging?
It's basically a platform that does arbitrage trading. It draws a lot of comparisons to Bitconnect because it has an aspect where you're putting crypto into an A-bot, and that's earning roughly about 1% a day.
What's the name of the company? What's the name?
It's arbitraging is the name.
Arbitraging.
Yeah.
Is it the U.S. or the European?
It's the CEO is more transparent. He's actually doing YouTube videos.
Oh, really?
He
arbitraging, guys.
Yeah, he's American from what I understand, but all of the developers are all over the world. So,
that's amazing.
But they do have some big teams. They have a Telegram group where people can ask questions.
Do you do cloud mining?
Yeah, I do cloud mining with Sama, which is a Vietnamese company.
Sama.
Yeah, ASAMA.
Yeah. You hash player. What's your thoughts on hash player?
Well, so they currently stopped some of their payouts with what they're doing, and
it hurts it. Bitcoin dropping prices, it hurts them.
Well, if you saw like the Bitcoin mining difficulty has been going up and up and up.
It's going up, the price going down, so it hurts. I understand. They're legit people. I talk with the guys. By the way, I invested in hash player.
Yeah.
Not a big thing.
A lot of people that are getting into Bitcoin mining, it never really was profitable to get into Bitcoin mining.
Yes, the returns are low.
You want to get into all of the other coins, and so I think that's what you're saying.
Ethereum is much better. I went to
well, Ethereum's moving to proof of stake, so that's going to change when that happens. I'm not sure when that's going to happen, but if you buy the hardware to mine Ethereum, you're going to have to switch over to something that is going to take some of that same type of difficulty algorithms to do the mining. So that's going to change once Ethereum goes to proof of stake, and I'm not sure that's happening pretty soon. So I think just anything but Bitcoin, Ethereum in terms of mining would be a good way to go. There's pools you can get into, but it's mining is not necessarily as profitable as it once was.
Yeah.
And
I think so.
And also a lot of people are moving into proof of stake or coins that don't need to be mined. A lot of the smart contracts that I'm in, they're tokens essentially. They're like pre-mined tokens, if you want to look at it that way. But they're not. They don't use the same kind of or have the same electricity requirements and things like that. So. But the platform I'm in with Asama seems to be going real well. If you invest enough in some of their higher packages,
the name is Sama, right? Sama.
Yeah, it's they have some pretty good returns on what they're doing, and I think that their business model is very sustainable. And I'm currently working with a U.S. investor that merged his company with Asama, and they're trying to get everything right with the SEC, the different federal agencies in the U.S. So they're doing things the right way, and they're really starting to grow.
Man. It's great. So. Yeah. And what are the coins we need to watch out? Are you still investing on other coins like
a little bit?
Tron, like that?
I started trading a lot of altcoins in January, February when BCC went down, and all of those trades did not do very well. And that's pretty much.
BCC hurt you, man. Oh, sorry, I said this.
Yeah.
It hurt you?
The market just completely tanked as a whole, you know, because I mean, it was almost hit 1 trillion, you know, market cap.
Yes.
Now where it's like about 250 billion market cap, so it's been cut in a quarter of where it's at. So
what went wrong with Bitcoin? What went wrong?
I don't think anything went wrong.
I can vividly remember that was January 17, Philippine time. I mean, Bitcoin from 18,000, I think, drops to 9,000.
There was a huge sell-off at that time. They attributed it to the Chinese New Year, and there is some history of that happening at that time where there's a little bit of a sell-off.
More than 50%.
Yeah.
Went down more than 50%.
Like Americans don't understand that at all, and I still don't really understand it. But when I was in Vietnam and the Chinese New Year came around, everything shut down. You know,
yeah,
it was
exactly.
It was
exactly.
very.
I know Chinese.
I don't know if the Philippines is like that.
It's like that.
Is it?
It's
Okay.
like that.
Yeah, so I mean, it was.
In Chinatown, not the whole Philippines.
Yeah.
Only the Chinese. There's a town, Chinatown.
Yeah, China has a huge influence in crypto. It's just a massive, massive market for cryptocurrency.
Yeah, I know. Almost everyone is in crypto. There was a time in the Philippines, you know, that was December 2017 when I went into Cebu. When I went to Cebu, it's an island, and I saw everybody's looking at their phones, and I saw everyone is in crypto. Not only business, but almost everyone is in crypto, guys. And now I could barely see someone is into crypto. I got it spread. It doesn't use his wallet anymore. I said, why? He said to me, I was heartbroken because of what happened to Bitconnect. And Bitconnect really is a game changer, and we hope for the best, man. But you gotta keep moving forward, right? Keep moving forward.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
why Crypto Clover, bro? I want to ask you this question. I came all the way a very long ways to meet this guy. Why Crypto Clover?
I had some branding I was going to do behind that, where
you're a lover,
I was kind of
like that.
breaking it into like 4 categories and kind of doing some things like that. But you know, I was a little bit of a smoker, so I'm trying to get away from smoking a little bit. But
you're a smoker?
Yeah.
You were an athlete and you're smoking?
I know, it's terrible. It's really good at like relaxing the muscles, you know. So that's part of it. But you know, like. That's not really why I did that, but I had a whole idea of some of the branding that I wanted to do with like 4 different categories and things like that. I still kind of want to do that. So like smart contracts, like arbitraging, mining, and maybe altcoin trading. And I was going to do something. And the whole premise behind what I'm trying to do is get people to earn money in cryptocurrency. I'm trying to, you know, find some of the best opportunities for people to do that.
This is what is best about you, bro, because you're helping people, you're educating them, and at the same time, of course, out of that, you're earning your own fair share in the market. And yeah, you gotta follow this guy. He's a Crypto Clover on YouTube, and I'm more than happy to be with him today. It's a pleasure. I watched his videos, and I was dreaming way back then last year, how about doing video with this guy? Now I'm here, man. Yeah. Dreams do come true, man. You got a dream too. I hope I get to talk with you also personally. You can make your own YouTube channel too, and yeah, click subscribe. I'm gonna do more videos with Crypto Clover. We're gonna turn around the beautiful city of Makati. We can show it around Makati, right? Beautiful city of Makati.
You gotta check out the scenery here.
Yeah. If you know this place, you can come to this place, and you know we are happy to. I'm not gonna tell the name of the place, man. So, see you around. I hope to see you. Click subscribe. See you on Crypto Clover's YouTube channel. I'm gonna be on his channel tomorrow. Click subscribe.